Hello out there. We're coming to you live this afternoon, this evening, wherever you're watching us. From Palace TV. We are here again, and wonderful enough, today is the 2nd of February, 2020. That's
2/2/2020.
02022020. And we are here this afternoon to talk about a very interesting topic. And before we go to detail, I just want you to know we are streaming on YouTube. Our viewers are used to watch us on Facebook. You can still do that, but right now you can just watch us on the YouTube. You'll be able to watch all our shows, and you will enjoy all of our shows. This afternoon, I want you all to participate in this topic that we're about to treat on. And we're coming to you with this show, Lovers Corner. You all know the way we used to do it here. And before I go to my topic, I just want to introduce my co-hosts, my producers, and I'll stand all the way on the side. You can just get like 30 seconds to introduce yourself.
I'm Stephanie. Sorry, I was going to say Sister Stephanie. And I don't know. What am I saying? Our topic is...
just introduce yourself for now.
Okay. Just Sister Stephanie.
Okay,
Thank you.
and young man with us.
Danielle.
Danielle.
And Nana.
Okay, so these are my guests this afternoon, and we are here to talk about the topic: reasons why relationship failed. When it comes to relationship thing, it's everybody thing. So this is everybody's business. We want you to participate. We want you to be part of the show. We want to learn from you because I always believe in learning from other people. That's the reason why we are here. So just a quick second so I can connect for my tablet here. Okay, as I said earlier on, we want to know the reasons why relationship fail. A lot of people go into relationship, they don't even know why they're going into it. So we want to know this afternoon. Before I'm just gonna do it in a diverse way, I want to start with my sister here, Nana. And first of all, because I always like the place where we get this topic from. It's from the source is from a pastor called Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo. He's basically he's a relationship counselor. So he's good at relationship things. So I got that source from him, and I was like, okay, this would be a very nice topic to treat on with youth and young adults. So that's why I get just in case someone just copy and paste. So Sister Nana, my first conversation here it says people going into a relationship because they don't love themselves, and they go into a relationship. I don't want to be single. I need to attach myself to someone to make me happy. What's, as a lady, your understanding or view towards that?
Towards loving yourself.
Yes.
It's absolutely important, and you have to love yourself. And the pastor you mentioned, Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo, I think that's how you pronounce it. Sorry if I for the wrong pronunciation, but when you sent the link to me, I get a chance to watch the video yesterday. It was about an hour-long video, but it was all like eye-opening information that I got from that video. It was so important, and some of those things are things I already know, and I practice some of them, especially when it comes to self-love. It's so important. not that I'm trying to put it out there, but like I have like a few marks on my body that says self-love. That's how
Okay.
much I love myself. I have a couple tattoos that say self-love.
Okay.
I love myself because it's so forgive me, Pastor Joshua. It's so important. He hate my tattoos. It's so important to love yourself because if you don't love yourself, you won't know how to love somebody else.
That's
It
true.
start by you loving yourself. And if
Okay.
anybody don't know anything about Nana, one thing you should know is
It's
that I love
self-love.
Nana.
Thank you.
I love Nana. And there's a way to love yourself unselfishly without being selfish. It's not about me, me, me. Not saying I love myself in that selfish way where I can't love somebody else.
Okay.
But because if you know how to love yourself, then you know how to love somebody else because you know what I mean? And it's so important. That's like when he was saying that, it was just a confirmation like yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. When you love yourself, and when you make a comment about, oh, when I meet someone, I'll maybe I'll find someone to love me now. That's another thing too that I got from his
Okay.
video.
So I just hold it right there
Okay.
because I want to hear from the man. I want to hear from the man because she's talking about self-love. You don't need someone to make you happy. What do you want to say about that, Mr. Daniel?
I think she was right. For you to love somebody, you have to love yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, you're not going to love somebody, as she said. Because there's a point where people always think about themselves. So I believe that since we are talking here about relationship, because if you being a selfish person, you're going to take that into your relationship. Everything is about you. Because that's going to break down that relationship. So if you're going to love yourself, make sure the love is unconditional. Okay, the same way you love yourself, the same way you're going to take that to the next to your partner. It's not going to only be about everything you have is only you. So that's going to cause chaos in that relationship. Since even though we are not yet to go into the topic why relationship phase stuff like that. So this is just an introduction about yourself. If you love yourself, so love everybody. I do believe love themselves more before they love another person. So loving yourself is the most important thing you have to do, because if you don't love yourself, you cannot love and share that relationship. Even as the Bible says, you have to love yourself as your neighbor. So if you don't love yourself, if God said it in the Bible, so if you don't love yourself, there is no way you're going to extend that love to somebody.
Okay. If you can love yourself, you can love someone else. Sister Stephanie, what do you want to say about that? It says people relationship fail first of all because people don't love themselves. They are having this mindset, oh, when I be with someone I'm gonna be happy. So any a one-on-one self thing, what do you think about that?
I mean, I agree with what both of these two said. Love and happiness come from within. So if you're not happy with yourself and your own life, someone else, you can't expect someone else to make you happy.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So so you have to, as they both said, you have to be happy with yourself. You also have to love yourself, because if you don't, you can't get it from someone else. That other person is doing the same thing. They love themselves. They're happy with themselves, but they can't give it to you, and you can't receive it from them. And too many people look for relationships to make them happy, and that I think is the number one reason why relationships fail. Because you often hear people say, "You make me so happy." You know what I mean? But it's kind of a false statement.
It is. You're right.
People can't make you happy, or things can't make you happy. Like if somebody, gives you all this money, gives you a car, gives you all of these things, and even rich people think that the more money they have, the more things that they have, the happier they will be. And it's not true. It's not true. None of those things can make you happy. If you're not happy on your own, if you can't love yourself on your own, then you can't give that love to anyone else, and you can't expect to get it from anyone else either.
Good. Before I say anything, I just want viewers out there, this is what we are talking about here, and I want your own opinion. I also want you to participate. I don't, if you can call on the number 614-423-7188 or 614-420-4365. You can call and bring in your own contributions. Let's learn from you, because this is something happening every day. And Sister Stephanie mentioned something that people said, you makes me happy. That's something I think we all say, one way or the other. And I just want you all to participate, to be part of the show. Maybe you're just joining us. Go on Palace TV on YouTube. Subscribe. All you need to do is to click on the subscribe button and watch the show and be part of what we are talking about. The topic is reasons why relationship fail. You want to learn something. If you are into it right now, you want to learn more. And I'm your host, by the way, and I'm Adama Mansari. And again, you all talk about self-love. And here I have a note that says, it says self-love. Both ladies and guys, since we are talking about relationship, it said before you consider, like you think about going into a relationship, it says you cannot give. You cannot like, I want to use the word, it says if you're happy with yourself, it's 100% likely for you to meet with the right person. Like, if you're happy with yourself, just like what you were saying, that nobody makes you happy. And this is what we say all the time. Oh, you make me happy. This you do. And you mentioned about riches. Okay. I think that's, I don't know. She mentioned about like rich people think the riches they have is what make them happy. Make them happy. And in a relationship too, people think it's, oh, this guy is making me happy, especially with ladies. The reason why I always use lady, because we love money, so we think like, oh, this guy is giving me this, is the one making me happy.
He loves me.
Yeah, that means thank you. I think that's the right word.
Well, I think there's something like how can I put it, like a condition to it. So let's say if I don't have that money to give it to you tomorrow, so that love is going to break away.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
So like you say, okay, he makes me happy, or she makes me happy because of what I'm getting from. So if I don't get what you're giving me tomorrow, so then that love is going to die away. So and I don't like them. I want people want to. I want people to deviate from that. Okay, he makes me happy. He give me this. Like so that to me, as I'm a condition or something. Right. So if I don't have it to give it to you, definitely that love is not coming back.
Right. Exactly.
I don't know if that makes sense. Like I don't know why people always say that. Oh, it makes me happy because of I'm shaky. Oh, so.
And people, maybe we'll get to this, but you stop me if you don't want me to say it right now.
Oh, no.
With regard to, a lot of times people get into relationships for wrong reason.
Yeah.
Okay. And sex, number one thing. People start off in the relationship with that, and then and they think they're in love, but once that goes, or once that starts to die down, then what? Then what is there?
There's nothing at all.
I think I was gonna ask a question concerning that, but it's a good thing you brought it up, because most of the time, guys will say, "I love this girl because when it concerns sex," but I want to know again because I want to know if that's because for me I feel that's one thing that spoiled relationship because
Yeah.
all people think
Well,
and
in
you
the
talk
beginning-
about
in the beginning,
they
like,
people go into a relationship for the wrong reason, expecting a lot from somebody like they didn't even know because whoever you're coming in contact with, that person is from another breed. So, and you mentioned sex. So, Nana, I want to ask you: is relationship does relationship fail because first of all because people go into it for the wrong reason and make sex as the center of it because I know people that say when you ask so with all the relationship it says sex is the key and when someone says the key there's a like the important thing. So what do you want to say about that?
Well, just the beginning of that statement alone to be the key is just wrong.
Yeah.
I go into a relationship for love, nothing else other than that. So again,
So
it starts
when you
with
say love. Love is a broad word, right?
right,
And tells a
Yeah.
lot. When
but it start with the first where we started the beginning of the show about self-love.
okay.
When you have that love for yourself, you're able to love someone else. And if and there's no other way to go into a relationship other than the love I have for myself. I'm gonna extend it to this person
Okay.
and share and love this person just as much as I love myself. And I think it's a healthy and productive way to start a relationship is going into it for anything other than love, like not the witches or I mean all those stuff sounds nice, but to me they're bonuses and extra stuff that comes with the relationship. But love should be the center of it because when love is in the center of that relationship, it defines the future of that relationship, where that relationship ends up. Could end up in a marriage or whatever. I'm trying to shy away from the marriage part discussion of that since the focus here is relationship. But I feel like the love being in the center of the beginning of that relationship have so much potential to tell us the future of how that relationship would end up in the future beneficially for both individual. So I don't go into any relationship for anything less than love. That's my
Okay.
take on that.
Oh, so like let me just give you right. It's like okay. She said some people said sex is the key to their relationship, and here we're talking about the reasons why relationship fails,
Yeah.
right? So like there when I was thinking about the topic, I have 5 main things that pop up in my mind, which before the show ends, I will be talking on them one at a time.
Okay.
Like the first thing that came into my mind, like trust. Trust is the most important thing because if you don't trust your partner or you say, oh, I hear a thing about you, then that's going to end up that relationship is going to fail because when there is no trust. You don't even you don't even have the desire to have sex with that partner because you don't trust him or her. You say, okay, maybe you might be sleeping out with somebody because there is that trust is not there. So to me, sex is not the key part for a relationship to fail. So
For a relationship to grow, sex is not one of the keys.
right to my own part.
Yeah.
Like everybody have their own personality, how they take stuff.
I need a guy to
See.
second him.
So you
Please,
see?
out there, I need a guy to second him.
So you see, like because this and we're talking about the reasons why relationship fails.
fail, yeah.
So the most important thing is trust
Yes.
because it have to be both sides. Not even like let's take trust. Let's take relationship out of it. Like if you deal with people in general in society, they'll be able to trust you, have confidence in you. So if people don't have that trust in you, you be in business or be in school or in any places, trust is the most important thing you have to be.
in any relationship,
Right.
any, not just a relationship
With like
against,
love and stuff like right.
you know, boyfriend girlfriend relationship, in any relationship, work relationship, whatever. Trust, yes, I agree with him, is the main key. And if you don't have trust, any type of relationship will fail. You know, I have relationships at work. You know, they're not, you know, intimate relationships. They're the people that I work with, and they're my staff. And if I don't trust them, if I give them a job and I don't trust that they're going to get it done, then that relationship will not last. At some point, either I will quit, or either they will quit or they'll get fired. So trust is definitely the key in any type of relationship.
So like you should be able to believe whoever you're entrusting yourself into.
Mhm.
Okay, that's good. Viewer out there, we need your own comments and bring out your questions. They are here, they're gonna answer it. So, and it says the other thing, the relationship fail because people it's just like an answer to the first question. It says it's failed because people they don't really love the person. They just love the idea of the relationship.
Yeah.
Like they love the idea of love because everybody's doing it like. So I want to start with you this time around.
Okay.
It said people do that not because they love maybe they love the person's personality. A lot of people just see a tall person. Oh, like I love this guy. Not the individual they love. Is the thing that be around him or her. So that's another reason why relationship fail. What do you want to say about
And
that?
I agree with that. I mean, I can put my own self in that type of situation where getting into relationships, and I was like that. I'll say was, because I'm not like that anymore. That I like the idea of having a relationship.
Oh, wow.
You know, I like the idea of having a boyfriend, or, you know, being able to go out with them and all this other kind of stuff. But I would say most of those relationships that I had, I didn't really love them, that person, or I didn't love myself either. Because
I think you're just looking for attention. You need attention at that time.
I think my mic is
It's on.
It's on.
Acting.
huh?
You just speak louder. It's on.
It's not. It died.
Okay.
So, you know, thinking about, you know, when I was in relationships, there was never love that wasn't there, you know, because the main reason, as we have been talking, is I didn't love myself. And so, but I still like the idea of having a relationship and being in a relationship. And so, and I think a lot of us do that instead of, you know, building that relationship from friendship, you know, from, you know, companionship, things like that, and building to love. Because when you get, you know, one thing that you said that I kind of disagree with is that you go into relationships to receive love or
Get love.
or something
maybe,
like that. Yeah.
Maybe she need attention.
Right. No, I disagree with you. But going into relationships for love. I mean, love is ultimate. You know, ultimately, you hope to get to that point. But if that's what you think about initially when you get into the relationship, then I think, in my opinion, I think it will fail. Because then you're ignoring all of the other things that I did that as well. You're ignoring all the other things that come up, you know, the things that you don't like, and it's almost like you're chasing love. You're chasing it. But then all the other things that come up before you even get to that love part, it's like those things don't count. It's just, I want to get to the love. I want to be in love. I want them to love me, etc., etc. So, do you agree?
Yes. Okay. Someone sent Tikish said, Sure, for relationship to stand up firm, either in love or any other relationship. I, I think she wants to say, I do believe trust counts a lot because you can't like, you love or like someone without you have trust in him or her. So, Tikish, thank you so much, and Masaba said, Nana, my love, thank you for watching. And yeah, that's true, Tikish, and just as my guest here, they already said it. Trust is the key. Wherever you want to put your life, even if it's for a short time, you need to be able to trust the person. Like, but again, trust is one thing that makes relationship fail because people these days, people like it's half of it. There's nothing like that. So I don't want to say too much about it, but yeah, trust is a key thing. And you were talking about. I was asking the question, but before I say anything, I want to say what Daniel think about it because people like you said it already. Like you were just like you love the idea, and this is what like 80% of people do. Sometimes you just
Because you see it on TV.
Yeah.
You see it maybe I saw it in my parents. You walking down the street, you see these two people. They're hand in hand. They're kissing. I want that. I want that. And then you go into the relationship with that in mind. Like, I want what I saw on TV, or I want what I saw in that couple. And then that's what you're chasing. And it's not even real half the time, especially if you see it on TV. It's not even real.
no.
So I think that has given us a false sense of what love is and how love should be is what, all the things that we see on TV.
And before Dana say anything, and the pastor said it. He said the TV, all the TV we watch. He said TV is not there to educate you. He said they are just there to entertain you and even take your money.
Yeah.
He said, but like people learn from it. He said no, they are not there to teach you. So yeah, I'm glad you brought that topic up. Yes, Daniel.
So I think we discussed like 2 weeks back was having the same topic like what do men or women want in a relationship. I think it's kind of similar to this, right? So I said on that show that there are difference between needs and want. Yeah, because there are two different words. If you know what you need and then you know what you want, there are two different things. And I said before you go into in any relationship, it start with date or go out to know each other. So if I say to you, okay, or you want to go out with me, I'm going to ask you what are your future plans. If your future plans doesn't match with mine, then I'm not going to jump into your boat.
Really? All of a sudden?
Yes.
Thank you.
Because you understand? No, you see.
First date?
No. I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying. Yeah, because like
I was married after the first date.
so you see, because like I remember.
It may change, like as you get to know them.
Right, it's also like not that on the first day, like as we are moving along, I'm going to ask you, okay, if your future plans doesn't match with mine, then that shows that we are not compatible at all, so that we're not going to work out.
Right.
So I will not jump into your boat to ride with you, or you cannot jump. Hey, young man, what are your future plans? Or if I don't have, if I don't have any future plan, okay, you're not going to move along with me.
Okay.
You understand?
Well, hold on. Then that has to do with why you're getting into
No, I'm just right
to begin with.
Yes, no, I'm just saying. Yeah.
To ultimately be married, if God, let's put him in.
Right.
If God showed you this woman, and he said that's going to be your wife, then you're going into that relationship to build the relationship to ultimately she will become your wife.
Right.
But a lot of people go into relationships just
For
different reasons.
Yes.
Right.
sex, whatever.
Different reasons they have,
those-
right.
And not even the one where
So-
God shows who your wife. Not even sometimes there's issues with that, and those relationships will fail.
Right.
So you just you have to have the right frame of mind, or not necessarily the right frame of mind, but understand why you're going.
And that's one
Exactly,
thing too,
right.
Pastor Kingsley said about going into a relationship with unrealistic goals.
Yeah.
Right.
Expectations.
Yeah.
Like you already have set expectations
Yeah.
before even getting into the
Yes.
relationships. And
Yes.
that it would fail.
Right.
Because certain people, like, just like you're saying, certain people, you date them, it may not necessarily lead to a marriage, but that particular individual you're supposed to date that person to set you up for your next level of life or wherever, you know what I mean. Certain people brings you to your next destination.
Right.
It's not necessarily means it's gonna lead to marriage if you have that expectation that you're setting yourself for failure
Right.
on
And a lot of
unrealistic
people,
goals.
and women do this
A lot
the
of
most.
Yes.
Is that we see a guy.
Unfortunately.
We see a guy. Maybe we like that guy, and then all of a sudden we start thinking about he would be a good husband. I wonder.
I want to take him home.
Right.
You know, we go all the way there.
Like, when you meeting my mama yet?
Yes. You don't even know his name.
Right.
Yeah, where we going to meet my mama, my pastor?
Everything.
Right. I want to know.
Yeah,
I
too
know.
much.
Women, that's the reason why I normally say women go into a relationship with their emotions.
Yeah.
Why men, they just go, they look and see, I want this.
Ooh, that's a beautiful woman. I want this
I want
woman.
this.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's the sad part. That's the reason.
It's not the sad part. That's how God made us.
I
That's how
understand.
He made us.
Unfortunately for this generation, we get hurt a lot of time. And sometimes, that's the reason why we have this kind of conversation.
Yeah.
That whenever you're going to certain thing, don't expect too much.
Yeah.
Be open up. Let it flow.
Be open-minded.
Be open-minded.
Yeah.
Like that I was talking about. And I'm glad you just interrupting, like, because you can't go with the lady on the first day instead of asking her future plans.
No, she got me
Sure.
wrong.
If I want to get married, I just need to get Daniel.
No,
I know he's
no.
going to marry me right here
No.
on my first day.
I understand. For me,
If
that
he
doesn't
doesn't say what his plans are, or her plans don't match up with his plans, then it's done.
Then it's
That's our
over. It's a
last
wrap. Like, really?
It's a red flag.
Really, Daniel?
Ishmael said, Ishmael born June said, it is possible to love someone that you don't trust.
No.
He said, trust with your heart. Okay, and he asked the question, said, Nana, have you tried it?
Tried what?
That trust someone with you, go into a relationship with someone you don't trust with your heart.
How
To trust him with my heart?
First of all, wait.
He said,
How do you even go into a relationship without trusting that person?
Right.
That doesn't make sense.
So, well, Ishmael, now you are in this show with us. So come back. So come back and through more say something more about this the comment you just said, because you
Well,
said,
to answer his
it
question,
said it's possible to love someone.
without trusting them.
Yes, someone
I would
that
never
you
date
don't
someone I don't trust. I won't be in a relationship if I don't trust you.
Yeah.
to begin with.
It
So,
makes no sense.
Like,
So,
if-
I mean,
if-
what if you're already in that relationship and you
And then you
already
lose-
love them, and then trust goes? Can you still
We build
love
trust
them at the same time without
and trying to
trusting
rebuild that
them?
trust again. Well,
That's
if the
possible.
trust was already there, I mean, in the beginning,
Yeah.
and you just have to weigh your, like, what you're looking for, like what all you're getting from that relationship. Does the good outweighs the bad? Do you get more from it than you're losing from it? And also, it depends the nature and our extent of what it is that they did do wrong.
Right.
We all make mistakes.
Yeah.
We're not perfect.
That's right.
I'm not saying every woman should tolerate anything from anybody. Don't do that. That's not what I'm saying here at all. I'm just saying, look at the nature of what is it that they did wrong. Is that something you can able to leave to rebuild that trust again? Is that something you can able to forgive forgive that person. I mean, at the end of the day, we stand before God and ask for his forgiveness. So why can't we forgive somebody? But like I said, it just depends. I'm not saying every woman should take just any riffraff from any guy. That's not what I'm saying, and do not take it from any man at all. But you just have to weigh, all women, depending what you're into.
Right.
So
You just have
the
to
same thing goes to the guys too.
weigh,
Yes,
you know,
that's
the
what I meant.
relationship.
Right.
That's what I meant. I didn't mean, but I understand what you're saying. However, it just depends on where you are in that relationship. If you're in the beginning of the relationship, and
that happens,
and then trust something
That's-
happens where you don't trust the person.
that type of situation,
the
it's
man
easy
or the
to let
woman,
go,
then
because
you
at
have
that
to
point
go.
you haven't invest so much
Yeah.
into
Right.
it.
Yeah.
So it's easy to say, you know what, this is red flag.
I'm
Like
done.
if it's
Yeah.
if it's the like this early into this relationship and I'm seeing this,
Yep.
I'm
I'm
gone.
out.
And by all means, please do watch for those signs, because
Yeah.
sometimes God speaks to us. He doesn't come down and speak to us.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
Okay.
little things like that you
Yeah,
see.
Yeah.
I mean, it all depends what
I
you're looking
understand
for.
what you're saying with regard to if you were married, you know, then you know,
You have to think about it too.
Right.
Is there
And-
children involved?
Correct.
How many
Then you
years of
rebuild
marriage?
that.
Right,
You
right.
rebuild that
I got a
trust.
question concerning that. Yes, now you people brought children in there, and we are emphasizing on trust being the key issue why most relationships fail. And when people talk about trust, it's not just that you caught your partner cheating with someone. Because when people talk about trust, that's their focus.
Yeah.
There are more things that are bad than just cheating on someone. So now you mentioned children. Can children be like the main focus? Like, I'm gonna stay in this relationship. Though I know maybe I had a child with someone, but I said I'm gonna stay in this relationship, even though you know this thing can't work at all. I wanna stay for my kids.
That's a bad
There's
No,
something. There's a
Bad
difference
idea.
between denial and naive. They're not the same. And like certain things, especially like from the part of the country that we came from, being African, there is and I'm not trying to discriminate here, I'm just saying, like, for most African, and I see this coming from being an African, being in an African community where people, you see parents just stay in toxic relationships, not even marriage, toxic relationships for the sake of the kids. Now, remember what I first said in the beginning of this
Yes.
thing. There's nothing I love in this world than Nana. And
Yes.
I love myself.
That's a good thing.
And at the end of the day, it's about my happiness and what's best for me, what I can and cannot tolerate.
Right.
And if those kids see that in me, I think I'm doing them justice to say, when I grew up, I know not to take this from anybody. Am I making
Right.
sense here?
Yes,
So,
yeah, exactly, yeah.
so there are times where you have to make those hard decisions
Yeah.
and sacrifice.
Yeah.
Is this good? What kind of role model am I being to these kids? What am I telling them they should take when they grow up in my position? I'm telling them that they should take this too, and it's okay when it's not okay.
You're right. You're right.
So that's not something, because a lot of Africans do that. And I don't want to give.
American
Right.
Yeah, they do too. It's
So
a
that's
whole.
what I said. Like,
The
Africans do
exact
that.
same
They're like,
thing.
I'm gonna stop here for my children. Those kids want to see you alive, because a lot of the suicide and all of the abuse and things that we see today is based on this. I'm gonna stay, and that's something. Sometimes I think I don't want to like get myself overwhelmed. Like, I want to learn from other people because there are things I already set myself like, these are things I'm not gonna take at all.
Right.
So I want to make sure I'm doing the right thing. So okay, we've exhausted. So this is the parts when it comes to the differences between the men and the women.
Uh-oh.
So get ready, and this is the part I love so much. And please, please, please be part of the show. Ishmael is still insisting that he think it's possible to love someone you don't trust. Ishmael, good luck to that.
Which Ishmael is this?
True. You love who you love, but it doesn't make sense to stay in a relationship with somebody that you don't trust.
Ishmael, I think, I don't know, maybe you're having that experience. Good luck to that.
Maybe, yeah.
So, but it's hard. Trust me, because whenever you're out there, you kept thinking about like, oh, what is she be doing?
Right.
What is he be doing? Where is he right now? Why is he not
Right.
picking my call? So you put yourself in a very dilemma. So
I mean, I love, once you fall in love with somebody, I don't think that love, it would take an extreme something or time for you to stop loving that person, even if you don't trust them. I think trust and love really don't have anything to do with each other.
no.
But I feel like if you're in a relationship and there's no trust there, that relationship,
It's not
it's not healthy to be in that relationship.
Again, join us. Be part of the topic. Be part of the show. It's Lovers Corner. It's all about love. And the topic is reasons why relationship fail. We want to know because we're tired of walking from one relationship to another. We want to know what the problem is and fix it.
Yeah.
Am I making sense? So,
Yeah.
please, join us on Palace TV on YouTube. Just subscribe and be part of the show. It says men tend to be rough. Guys do better than watch.
What do you
They
mean?
like to watch a lady, just like what we said.
Yeah,
They watch and see
yeah,
this, boom, they take it. So that's the reason Papa said a woman should be modest, because when a guy see what is out there, like, I want this. That's not what David did. They said he saw Bathsheba taking shower. He said, bring that lady. So that's a clear example.
Yeah.
And he said,
because men are visual. They react or they respond to what
By
they
what they
see.
see.
So
Daniel, is that what you do?
Is that true?
Daniel,
No, it's like as I said,
Daniel go with this heart.
it's like as I said,
it's different.
Daniel
everybody
goes with this
had
heart.
different personalities, as I said.
Yeah.
So here we,
But on average,
Yeah,
you
no.
feel that men are visual.
yes, so men, yeah,
You
men
we
out
know
there,
you go with
yeah.
your heart.
Men do that. Yeah, men do that. Yes,
Okay.
men
We
do that.
agree.
I agree to that. Men do that.
I agree. Ishmael said, what will you think of this if you met someone online and eventually met
Hold
one
on. First of all, just stop right there. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Oh my goodness,
If you
Ishmael, you're
meet-
making this very interesting for us.
Yes.
It says,
If you
it
meet
said, what
someone-
will you think?
I wonder if it's Ishmael, my friend.
Good. If you met someone online and eventually met one-on-one, and our parents ask for familiarities, like to legalize it, what will you do?
What? I don't even
I don't
understand the
understand.
question.
Okay, he's asking. You met this person online.
Yeah.
And eventually, sometime, maybe you guys have been talking and said, okay, can we meet?
Uh-huh.
You meet one-on-one.
Yeah.
And if the lady take you to a parents, and the parents want you to do it legally, like maybe marry or I don't know, propose or whatever. I don't
By
know.
the way,
Ishmael, you can make like us. You can't just meet someone online, start talking, and take me to your parents. That looks scam to me. So
Yeah, that's
and
a little
he
too
said,
soon.
"What will you do?" Well, though that's not really what we are emphasizing about. Let's just help him to answer his
I
question.
mean, I wouldn't. If I met someone online and we've been communicating, maybe we become friends just over line or maybe on the phone or whatever, and then we meet in person, I wouldn't immediately take that person to meet my parents. I mean, you have to have time to get to know them. When you do stuff behind closed doors or, over email or texting or over the phone, that's not the same as
The person himself,
getting
yeah,
to
right.
know someone face to face and in person.
Right.
There's a lot of things that you can. There's a lot of things that you miss in
Oh.
those text messages. And is he clarifying?
Oh, okay. No.
Oh, is
Okay.
it somebody?
Yes. Just finish. When you finish that, I want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
So I mean, I wouldn't go straight to
my parents.
my parents with that because it takes time.
There is. Thank God I watch a lot of TV.
Oh,
There's some reality TV. There's a show called Catfish.
Catfish,
Thank
yeah.
God for Catfish. No, I'm not. Make sure you meet that person. And just something real quick. Like Pastor Kingsley said, when you meet someone, first thing like you have to know like the background of that person, the foundation, like who are those
Who are their
people
parents?
like he listens to that advises him
Yeah.
or her.
Yeah.
So no, you have to meet that person, have established that relationship before taking that person any place.
Right.
Well, Ishmael, I think
We don't want no
I think
catfish.
the two ladies have already answer your question, right? Like be on meet somebody or over the internet or on or which of social media you meet a person, as they said. Okay, that happens that okay, both here see each other in person, but that's not enough for you to say okay, hey, I want you to meet my parents. Then you just go right there and meet them. So like you have to do your own research, as my daddy said this morning, that you have to do the research, know the family. Okay, make your own research. Okay, go maybe if you're here, go around the neighborhood. Wait, do you know this person? Do you know his family? Do you know her family? Make a research before you can even go to his or her parent, Ishmael. So with that, to me, it's a big no-no. It's a big mistake. So it's a big mistake. So don't do that. It's not appropriate at all. It's a thumbs down, not thumbs up, Ishmael.
Right.
Okay. I was
So
like,
what was the next?
yeah. This was Mama said something. By the way, Mama is watching and Mama said he said not making your relationship a priority, where it's done over time. It's a loving relationship takes work and daily commitment.
That's
So
true.
takes a daily
She
commitment.
came from that.
So she's not like Mama is just doing the advice part. Just as I said, that's like for the relationship to work, to keep it in that pace, it takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
And I had
time.
a question that talks about a time to communicate. So the key things you're to look for to make this thing work. So Mama, thank you very much. That was good. That's how Mama talk. Role model.
And a lot of relationships are conditional.
Yeah.
So it's like if you have a relationship and these things are going on, like all of these things, like somebody has money, they have a car, they have a nice house, all these things like that, and you got into the relationship because of those conditions. If one of those things goes away, then the relationship
and
is done.
That's what Mama put here. Said you're not making it a priority.
Correct.
It weighs down. Like
Right.
you're not making. You were
The
talking about
relationship.
needs and wants.
Right.
If you know what exactly you want, like this is what you want, like you want it. You should get your mind first. Get your mind ready that you want this. So yeah, and we're gonna use it again because it's the advice part. We're gonna use it on the last part, and I just want us to proceed on the. We talked about the way men and women react to things, and this other question it said relationship fail because people don't build themselves before going into a relationship.
People don't
build themselves.
build themselves.
Build up
Okay.
themselves. It can be mentally like build yourself, get yourself prepared to what you want to go into. Just like what we were saying, it said people don't build themselves. It fails because people don't build themselves before going into a relationship. It said things like forgiving one another, like building your you know you're a person that you don't forgive. You're a person that like you don't listen. You don't got manners, and you want to go into a relationship.
Well, I think that part comes to my like similar to my second point where I was about to bring, which is respect.
Okay, I have it here.
So that's my second point that I want to bring. As I said, I have 5 points. I'm going to bring if time permits. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if not, there will respect. So like you have to have respect. You have to respect yourself first. So both the two sides have to have respect for each other, because if there is no respect in that relationship, or you don't respect my own opinion, no respect your own opinion, things are going to fall out. Definitely that relationship is not going nowhere, because if I don't have respect for your opinion, or I think, okay, I'm the man, or I want my own opinion to be at the top, and then try to ignore yours, things are not good. You go, oh, why you don't have respect for my own opinion, or why you don't always take my own suggestion that I bring on the table. So with that, if there is no respect, that relationship is not going to work.
It's a matter of first understanding how relationships work. So relationship is a give and a take. It's like, and it's compromise, and it's doing things, working together. So if you're, and she mentioned it in the beginning when she was talking about self-love, not being selfishness, is that the word?
Yeah.
Not
You can
being
love yourself
selfish.
without being too selfish
Right.
about it.
But if you're, as he was saying, you don't respect each other, then you're being selfish, because I want what I want and he wants what he wants. But there's no we. Like, what do we
Just
want?
say I.
It's I. Yeah. And so if you don't have that, and it goes to what you were saying, if you don't have if you haven't built yourself into understanding what relationships are all about to begin with, then that's another reason why it will fail, because you're being selfish. You're only thinking about what your needs are, not what the other person's needs are.
That's true. Oh, Ishmael said thanks. He said thanks, guys, for your advice. See, like Ishmael was a victim.
Yeah.
He said, I find your program very interesting. I am listening all the way from Germany. Oh wow! Thank you so much, Ishmael. We appreciate it.
My friend.
Thank you.
Just to mention, when you say like building themselves, like for me, the way I look at it, when it comes to building yourselves, it's also like a self-esteem issue. When you build yourself, it always involves self-love, having a intact self-esteem without waiting to say, oh, I'm going into this, and this is the expectation I have, that this person is supposed to treat me this way. And sometimes you don't have to wait for that person to treat you a certain way, because you have a self-esteem that knowing that I can still be happy without somebody else make me happy. And that's all part of building yourself. When you build yourself in a way where you not only love yourself, but you have a very healthy self-esteem, that you don't have to wait for a man to make you happy. You can make yourself happy.
That's true.
So it's just like a lot of women expecting that when I'm in a relationship, this guy should get me this, should buy me this, should take me out, like you. But there is a way, and I'm sure the pastor was emphasizing on
and
women.
I think you mentioned that earlier. No, it's not only about women, but you mentioned that earlier. He did say that, which I find very enlightening when he said that. you have more chances of meeting the right person when you're happy.
Yep.
It's not because when you meet this person, oh, I'm gonna be happy.
Yes.
When I meet this
Yes.
person, everything is just gonna be all lovey, and no, it's not about that.
Not at
When
all.
you're happy and you're taking care of yourself, and you have a healthy self-esteem,
Yeah.
you have more likely to meet the right person,
Yeah.
because
Someone will be attracted.
right, they'll be
Yeah.
attracted to that, and they come in, they see how much you love yourself. That gives that person that confidence to put their self on the line, to say, you know what, I'm gonna put everything that I have into this, because I see how this person loved themselves, and it will be easy for this person to do the same. You know what I mean? And feel the same for me.
And
Yeah.
that's very, very important. That's one thing young people should learn when going into a relationship. Like having all this mindset that this person should do this for me. This person just like you're saying, this. There's no time that you take yourself out. Like do things for yourself. It's not like not being proud or anything, but there's a way you carry yourself. You take care of yourself. Not everything you will accept. You're happy and you're always happy and you have that peace with you. Even if someone walk out of your life, you become normal.
Yeah.
The reason why some people are like, oh, I'm gonna kill myself, I'm gonna do this because somebody walk out. You don't even love yourself. Like you're not there for yourself. But there's a way.
You should watch that video. You would
It's
like it.
so
Another thing he said too, I don't know if you caught that. You know how we all leave, you know, sometimes we're single and we want to meet someone, and he was saying there are people who are married or in a relationship who wish they're single. And one thing you have to look at, if when you're single as a single person and you look at, if being with this person, it's not gonna bring me happiness, stay single. By all means, stay single, because there are people out there who are married who wish they were single, who wish they took their time before going into wherever it is they got into themselves to. So sometimes there's nothing wrong with being single. If that person you're with is not taking you anywhere and it's not anything healthy, stay single. It's nothing wrong with that. Believe me, there are people who are married who wish they were single, and it's just all, you know. It's
like it's sad, and we thank God for this kind of show. We thank God for this kind of platform that we can learn from each other, because we all need us.
Yeah.
Nobody is perfect. We all need each other to make things work. And it gives another question, which maybe that's what we're gonna emphasize on and call it a day, because it looks like we got more like 20 minutes or 15 to 18 minutes more. So the other thing that I want us to talk about, women, guys and ladies differences in a relationship. People, guys fail to know that this is a lady. This is the way a lady. This is the way we perceive things, and this is the way guys perceive things. And I'm gonna ask Daniel first this question. It says, for the men, women treat women, ladies, with understanding. Know that women like attention. As a guy, these are things that make a relationship fail. Because when the guy loses that focus, that this is a woman, you are saying something like, this is the way we are created. When a guy misses that point, it makes the relationship go bad. So Darren, what will you say? Treat us with understanding, and know that me personally, I like attention. So I don't know.
So you say even that's what happens if we go back to the Garden of Eden when with Adam and Eve.
Okay.
So like Adam and Eve gave Adam the apple to eat because there was no attention. Like he was not giving her attention. He was busy doing his work, stuff like that. So at the same time, women, we know women need attention, but some women, when you give them the attention, they want you to be around them all the time. Even they don't want to give you time. No, but you say like, yeah, we'll give you the attention, right? Okay,
That's
but
true.
at the same time, like I need time to myself. I want to hang out with my friends. So even I'll be giving you all the attention throughout this month, throughout the day. But when it comes to time, okay, I say, look, today, okay, I want to hang out with my friends. Just give it maybe 1 or 2 hours. I will be back.
It's quality time, not quantity.
Yeah,
You're going with the quantity. You're thinking women want more of your time, but they just want the they may not want you 24/7.
Right.
But if they only have you for a few hours a day, they want that time to be quality.
Yeah.
They don't want you to be sitting watching football
phone or play
on
games.
the TV. Well, I've been here for the last 3 hours. So now I'm going to hang with my friends.
Right.
So that 3-hour period was not quality.
Nothing.
There was nothing there. You were not giving her attention. We don't ask for 24/7 attention because that would get on my nerves.
Some do.
I want to
Some
go
do.
and hang with my friends and things like that. So, that we can't expect that. We can't expect that, or you men cannot expect that. That's
Right.
what women want.
Right.
Because that's not what we want. We want quality time. We don't want all of your time. We
It's just
want
like the
time
way how
that we have. We want it to be
you guys want respect.
Mhm.
Women like that attention, that
Correct.
pampering, and just like she's saying, it's not about giving them so much time. It's sometimes it's about how you go about things.
Yeah.
Like the pastor mentioned about giving his wife gift, right? Let me say, like your woman, right? Like your woman wants something, and then don't take me to the store and be like, okay, choose whatever you want. Let me pay for it because I can pay for it, and we go. No, so maybe just go get that particular thing.
surprise.
Maybe their best perfume.
Yeah, surprise.
Put
Yeah.
it somewhere where she can find
Right.
it,
You
and then
know
she find it. It's
your
just that
person.
special way of how you
Yeah.
do it. You know,
Right.
it's not about the content of giving me so much time.
Yeah.
It's just about how you do it.
In that same aspect, if if I'm in a relationship and I expect that person to have to know me and know every detail about me, if he takes me to the store and like pick out whatever you want,
It's like
that would be an
the fun
insult.
that it
You know
is.
what I'm saying?
It's
Because
like it's not
I
special,
want you to pick the gift. Because I want you to know me.
right?
To the point where you pick out the gift for me is perfect for me.
And when you do,
because you
Well, maybe he does that for the first time so that he will know. He will know what you want.
No, no, pay attention.
That's what I'm saying. No, I'm saying. But so if I take you to the store, okay,
When you're with your woman, you're supposed to pay attention. These are all
Right.
things. When they say, "Oh, women
Yeah,
want
no,
this,
no,
you want this," when you
that's
do
what I'm
that,
saying,
and you do that, you know, it tells her so much. It tells that this person is paying attention.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So when I go to the store, yes, that's what I'm saying.
One step at a time. One at a time. Because you know that this is the part that women react. Oh my goodness.
No.
Women can always be women.
No, but you don't want to put the blame on the man. No.
No. Okay. What
Oh my
Sister
gosh.
Stephanie is saying, as a man, you visualize things. We expect you to think more than us. That's the way men were created.
Not necessarily. No.
Yeah, I understand, but like, just like what you were saying, understanding the woman, know what she wants, know that this is what she wants.
Yes.
It takes understanding to know, because some women, no
That's
matter how you
attention.
try,
Right.
you never know them.
Exactly.
You know,
When you say attention, you thinking about, oh, she wants me to spend all my time with her. Attention means, like she said, you paying attention to what she's doing, what
Yep.
she's saying,
Yeah.
what she wears, what she watches on TV, so that you know.
No.
If you want to get her a gift, you know exactly
What
what
she
she
wants.
wants.
Okay.
Exactly.
All
Because
right.
you've paid attention.
To her. Okay.
Yes.
And another thing is that there are some guys. Since we are deliberate on the women part, who come to the men part? On the women part, some guys, a woman will be talking to him. He'll be on his phone. That's one thing. That's a no-no on
We
mine.
all do that, though.
That's
Yeah, but
disrespectful.
you
We
know,
all do
but
that.
That is
that's a
disrespectful.
no-no. When a
That's
woman,
the time.
With your
That's the
comments.
time. We all do
that's the
that.
time.
Uh-huh.
That's the
Yeah.
time. And okay,
Tell me it's not Ishmael again.
What?
no, Okay, we Mama Sylvia said, he said the foundation should be set right for you. Build on it. The foundation of the relationship should set right. Know what you want. Know what you both want, and work on it.
Well, Daniel said that sort
Yes.
of in the beginning. He
Yeah.
said, yeah.
No,
He did it on the first
not the way
date,
he
though.
said. No, not the way that he said it.
But his idea was correct. That yes, yes.
Well, on the first date, okay. I don't want to agree with Daniel's part.
No, I'm.
Daniel was saying if they're not connected on that first date.
I think you have the right concept.
According to like what Mama is saying, that that's the right concept. Daniel, and the for the men part, Daniel already said it. Like the respect part. I just want us it's 19, so we get 11 minutes more. So I want this part that said it said guys should be romantic. And it defined the meaning of the romantic. It said be romantic is doing the simple things in a special
way. Yes.
In that special way that is unforgettable.
Right.
And I think that's what
it is, like the smallest thing.
That's what you both were saying, that know this person.
That's where the attention comes in.
Attention
for detail.
And
yeah.
Like relationship really actually is not as difficult as the way people think about it. If only you talk about compromise and keep trust. If you even if you trust somebody, but if you can't compromise, it can work.
Yeah, there's so many things that can
little things.
Yeah, relationship. And like Mama Sylvia said, it is hard work. It's these things you're working on every
a lot of sacrifice.
If they're not understanding each other, communication. Like we cannot talk about a relationship without communication. Healthy communication. Constant communication. A breakdown in any communication, set you people apart. Well, maybe this is what I thought you mean. This is what I thought you mean. Just communicate with each other to understand what what you both meant, so you guys can be on a clear path of understanding each other. So we cannot have this discussion without talk about a healthy communication, understanding each other. These are things that should be work in progress every day. That's what builds a healthy foundation of relationship. Listening. These are
Some people don't listen at all.
You can have all the communication in the world, but if somebody's not, communication means it's a two-way.
Listening and receptive. You can listen without you taking it in, without being receptive to what you're listening to.
So that's for both ladies and guys. Listen to each other, because sometimes we think we are the only one that will be listened to. No, listen. And I think a wise man said, the most wisest person is someone that listens. You listen and learn from other people. If you used to do this way, then someone else is trying to tell you another way. Listen. When you listen, you'll be able to get from. And okay, so within this 8 minutes, I want each and everyone to feel like to use like a 1 minute 30 seconds to give an advice out there. We already talked about the reason why relationship fail. These are all key things why relationship go bad, and we are here to make it work again. So I want you all to give an advice to young people out there. We'll start with you, Sister Stephanie.
For me, let's see. I would say the number one thing that you need to first know is why are you getting in the relationship to begin with? Have that in mind when you go into relationship. Why? And then don't have unrealistic expectations, because one person can be thinking, I'm going into this relationship because I want to get married, and the other person is thinking, I'm going into this relationship just because I want to have fun. So understand in the beginning, and Daniel, he said it right, just in a strange way. But yeah, you do need to understand in the beginning why you're going into that relationship to begin with. So yeah, early on in the relationship, you need to find that out, and then carry that. I guess I would say the number one thing that you have to have in order to keep a relationship going is trust. Now move on. I think I took my minute and a half.
So as she said, so my own takeaway package out there to you guys is like, for your relationship not to fall, so you have to take all those steps into consideration, like honesty, respect, no harsh words, anything at all. So if you work on that, I do believe you will have a healthy relationship.
Thank you.
Trust.
Anna.
Same thing with a little bit of what the both of them said. Not setting false expectation in the beginning. Know exactly what you want and say what you want. Say what you mean. When you don't understand what you think this person meant, ask questions so that way you guys can be on the same page. Communicate. Respect one another. These all are path that will lead to a healthy path of a great relationships. You know, respecting each other. Love yourself. Love yourself so that way you know how to love that person. And like I said, for me, it's all about, you always get what you give back. You give respect and love, you're gonna get back. Whatever you put out there, you give somebody, that's what you expect to get back. So treat someone as you would want that person to treat you.
So you had it all from my guests there, and that's, if only you can pick those little pieces that we've talked about, it's gonna make your relationship great. And you never know, that relationship will take you to something different, something more serious, because nobody just jump into you and just marry you tomorrow. No, that's for our parents. It works for them because in those days it works for them, but it doesn't work for us these days. You have to know the person. Go out to the person, hang out, ask questions.
Absolutely.
Don't assume. He knows what I want. She knows what I want.
Right.
Don't assume. Please.
Speak your mind.
Your mind, and when
don't settle.
Yeah, don't settle
for
like
anything.
And there are times where you can meet some people who just don't know. Sometimes it doesn't take anything to tell someone how you want to be treated. Maybe that person don't know. Make them know this is what you're doing and this is how I like for you to treat me. And then once you make that clear, they know, and it go both ways. Sometimes just state what you want. This is, when you treat me this way, this is how it makes me feel.
So don't doesn't mean because you want to go to a relationship you can just get yourself into anything. No, know what you want in the first place. As our mama said, keep it straight. This is what I want. And yeah, some people might say, I just want this for just short time. If it doesn't work, let it go. Don't say, okay, I'm going to just
Don't stay in toxic relationship for 10 years.
Know what you want. And at the end of the day, you'll be happy. And the person also will be happy.
Right.
Thank you all. Again, maybe you're just joining us. You can go again to the page on Palace TV, on YouTube. And you can watch the show. You can also leave your comments. We can answer it later on. And we also have our flyer. We have a wonderful program coming up, and it's also about youth, and it's even 2 programs coming on. We have the first one, which will be on February 15th, just after Valentine. That's a conference seminar you want to be part of, because
single
for single and for married people.
I'm gonna miss that one.
You have no excuse. It's gonna make you learn a lot, because I'm gonna bring my book. I have a lot of questions I need to ask. I want, before I hit that note, I should know everything. And we also have our match program coming on, the Gathering of Champions Seminar 2020 Young Adult. It's a youth thing. Youth, come out.
We're going to be
talking
about
the youth.
Purpose.
The theme is knowing your purpose. know your, it's like it's a broad topic. Know your purpose. Know what you were created for. Don't like get into other people's purpose. That's gonna make you fail at the end of the day. But when you come to this conference and it's a seminar, you meet with young people that have gone through experiences and they want to impact. They don't want us to make the same mistakes they make in the past, so they want us to learn. So please, and the dates for this seminar is March 21st. That's the time is 5:30 p.m. to 8 o'clock. The place is God's Family Palace, and the address is 2586 Tiller Lane. When you come to the site, is 1A, Columbus, Ohio. The zip code is 43231. Come and be blessed. We'll continue to give you people an update to the coming program. We thank you all so much for joining us.
Thank you.
1 second. That producer, somebody asked last week if the conference or the seminar is going to be live. Is it going to be on?
Yes. Yes. It will be on. It will be live.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a yes.
Facebook,
No,
YouTube,
it will be YouTube.
YouTube.
But as I said, we'll keep giving you updates on that. So you don't have to worry. It's gonna be live. It's a live, and I want to say thanks to my to our boss, our producer out there, and they're not strange people. They're all the team. I got a full team out here today. So that's a blessing.
Thanks,
We
Richie.
thank you all for being part of this show, and you have
And
a
now go
blessed
to our page,
Have
YouTube
a
page,
blessed
subscribe, like.
You stay blessed.
If you're my
Stay
friend on
safe out
Facebook,
there.
look for the link
Yeah,
and
send it-
subscribe,
you, like,
please.
send it on Facebook.
I've shared it on Facebook
Yeah,
so they can
so-
like it.
So you stay out there and be safe. Stay out of trouble. Jesus loves you, so do we. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye.